Nice one.
What's up, guys? Welcome to
What is this?
Klamtucky Bourbon, boys. The last one in the studio before we hit Kentucky.
High, wide, and handsome from Louisville and surrounding areas in a week. Huh?
Mike's
Oh, fuck. I guess.
redding the board out, man.
All right. I'll bring that down a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Normally we'd edit that out, but you know what? We're feeling a little loose and a little free today. So,
Excuse you?
yeah, exactly.
Excuse you?
Excuse me. What? Oh, yeah. Well.
There you go.
Oh, could you hear that?
I didn't, but I'm sure. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Bless me. That's Bill. Bill had some bad Thai food last night. And he's
Yeah, Bill gets on us at What's Up, Klamath Falls, but he lets his hair down for this one. So he's burping, farting, all kinds.
yeah, he's got some issues. That Thai food messed him up. So you get for buying Thai food at Circle K, I suppose.
Goes along with sushi, I guess. Sushi and Thai food at Circle K.
So what are we doing today?
We're drinking something. So I've got. I have to say my new favorite, and I guess it was my own. Well, I brought it to the show
Last episode.
Dude, I cannot stop drinking the Jelly Roll, and so yeah, I have a little bit of Jelly Roll left. But no, we got my bottles are getting empty. It's I killed 2. What you got? Yeah, I killed 2 Friday. This is my sob story.
One of those was my sacrifice, my old Forester.
Oh yeah,
we
okay,
killed.
all right. So
We're having to make room because we're going to Kentucky, and we're not coming back empty-handed.
first world problems. Yeah. So
Right.
we killed the Old Forester
1910,
and then I killed a Michgers, and then I killed not a big one. 101 today.
Nice.
But yeah, it's getting sad around the house, my boy. And so here's a debate for everybody. Do you infinity bottle?
And see, I started an infinity bottle probably 6-8 months ago, and then I kind of forgot about it, and I haven't put anything in it in a while. And I was nice enough at Christmas time, or a friend was nice enough to get me a Harley Davidson crystal flask, or not flask, but decanter. That's the word I'm after. And so I think I'm going to transfer what's in my current infinity bottle, which I believe is a Maker's Mark bottle. I'm transfer the contents into my new decanter. Thank you, John and Elizabeth. And I'm going to continue the tradition because pretty sure.
So you're saying infinity bottles have a time? That's
A time.
That's you're transferring infinity
The
bottles.
contents from.
But that would make it not an infinity bottle, though. That's deep.
It's still in.
Oh, come on now. That was gold. I don't care. Gold. Maybe not. Maybe my
I don't.
messed up head.
Sure it is. I'm going. Absolutely. Time is just an illusion. Anyway, so we're gonna put that. I'm gonna put my decanter to use, and I guess I'll just call it my leftover whiskey decanter then. So
It was a little deep for you, I guess.
yeah,
Flew over some heads.
Shallow.
I don't know.
Let me know if you guys got that. All right. Anyway, yeah, but we got to clear out some space because I know neither one of us intend to come back from. Well, we're going to Louisville, and obviously we've told you guys about that. The surrounding area, Bardstown is definitely on the list. I think we're going to probably spend a day in Bardstown, not just. There's Bardstown Distillery. I think Heaven Hill is there, and I forget who else. is right in there. But there's also been doing some research, some great liquor stores in Bardstown. So something Pig, I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but it's
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it.
and then there's Evergreen Liquors.
Yeah, Evergreen. Oh, yeah, Evergreen seems to be like a small chain of liquor stores, but yeah, it seems anywhere you look up Evergreen, it's a pretty good selection, pretty good little liquor store.
Well, the nice thing that we're discovering and researching for this is most, maybe all, I'm not sure, but most of the liquor stores have like a little tasting section where they'll have open bottles, and if it's something you're not familiar with that you're thinking about buying, you actually get to have a sip before you purchase. So, hey, Oregon Liquor Commission, you guys paying attention? We need to implement that here. I think maybe nationwide that should be a deal.
So Bardstown, I do have little pins marked. I have so many pins. I have more
This
pins.
guy is the official tour guide.
I don't know about that. So they do have a Evergreen Liquors in Bardstown, and then the one you were thinking about is they're right close to another. To zoom in here, I have so many.
Yeah.
The Blind Pig.
Blind Pig. And that guy in a video I watched on YouTube was like the friendliest liquor store owner I think I've ever seen in my life. He just seems like a super cool guy, and hopefully he'll be there when we get back there. But yeah, looking forward to not just the distilleries themselves, but there's going to be product back there that's available that we don't get out here.
Oh boy! Just bought my suitcase yesterday. I am ready.
I'm gonna. One thing that's kind of crept into my want list is some store picks from back there, and the reason for that is these guys live and work in the whiskey bourbon world, and so their store picks I think are going to be pretty spectacular. They're going to have better options, I would say, to shop from, if you know what I mean, versus a guy on the West Coast. What's his options going to be to select a store pick versus a guy that's 50 miles from the nearest or from a distillery that can go there and sample all of their product. So I maybe I'm wrong. My thought process though is that their store picks might be a little more special.
I'll give you that one, and I'll do a little rant right here. And not to mention that even the liquor we do get imported to Oregon somehow don't make it to the shelves.
I thought they alleviated that problem.
Oh, I'm sure they did. Our makers are stellar out this way. Anyway.
Yeah, it's really frustrating when you are pretty sure that there's stuff on hand when you know that Tuesday is a delivery day from the powers that be here in the state, and you get to the liquor store, and some people are told, "Oh yeah, sure, we got a bottle in the back right here, yeah," and other people are like, "Yeah, no, we don't have any of that." And I've been on the receiving end of both of those, so I guess I can't feel too bad because I managed to score an Eagle Rare and a Blanton's, and
Some of us still have a 9 to 5 to go to.
so yeah, never good to have the government involved in anything, especially sourcing your alcohol out to your liquor stores.
Okay. I was gonna move on. So yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry for the. This is we have less than half-filled bottles today, and so for me, you asked me to bring a bottle. I have not had this in a minute. This is one of my favorite profiles. But it is empty, I guess.
It's getting there.
Yeah, they both are sad. But yeah, I brought Blackened, and that's a debatable. So they use. Here they use 10 songs per. I guess whatever they
Batch.
volume or batch or whatever so the cask is volumes, and the regular offering, they call it something else. It's not volume, but you can go online, find their songs, and we had a bottle of the regular Blackened, and they were different. It wasn't a volume, but different numbers, and it's almost like it's debatable because they did taste different.
They're sonic aged, so they crank up Metallica songs in the Rick House to vibrate and stimulate the barrels, which, and in a way, you know, it sounds gimmicky, and I suppose it kind of is, like Jefferson's Ocean, you know. But there's a certain scientific aspect to both that kind of makes sense too. You know, different vibes make different things happen.
And it was when we sat down with both of them, and it's more of a. There was more of a change than what we expected, in just two different bottles of the same liquor.
Yeah,
I'll put it that way. So, is it gimmicky? Maybe. Does it work? I say yes.
Of celebrity whiskeys, I've only had celebrity alcohol. Honestly, I've had two that I've enjoyed. This being one. I've never had a Blackened that I did not enjoy. I think it's a quality product. It's got a great flavor to it. And the other is the old Wild Turkey and Matthew McConaughey got together and
Oh, a little bit. Yeah. What is that one?
yeah,
Long Branch.
Long Branch.
Yeah.
And that's a decent pour.
That is. It's
Other than that, I have not been impressed with anything celebrity endorsed, really. I guess that Michael Jordan tequila wasn't too bad.
that was delicious.
Well,
Since
yeah, I don't know. It's got the big fancy looking bottle.
that is a good pour.
I had a little faith in that when I bought it, just because I do respect Jordan, and I don't think he does anything halfway. I think fans or whatever, LeBron, but with Jordan being the GOAT, I had faith that he was going to put out a quality product, and I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So when he has his hands in that many different genres, NASCAR, liquor, shoes, the dude is doing something right. We can leave basketball aside, but the dude has a business sense,
Yeah.
and he does it to every 100th of what he does. So
Quality.
I'll leave basketball out of it. But yeah, yeah.
I like to poke LeBron fans.
They need poked. When John Stockton has better numbers for longevity than LeBron, you need to open that bottle.
You know, Bill's a LeBron fan. I just poked Bill a minute ago, and this started going on.
So yeah, you brought. Go ahead and start with yours. So you brought the Knob Creek 18. Good.
Bill, settle down. Disgusting.
That is another solid pour. So Knob Creek is another one of my favorite.
Just ignoring me. Oh, sure. We can. We'll just ignore Bill and what's happening in the corner over there. But so Knob Creek. This is, of any bourbon that I've had, irregardless of price, this is my top three. It's not that easy to come by.
Brands or bottle?
What's that?
Top three brands or the bottle?
Top three bourbon, whiskeys, whatever, period.
Right, but are you referring to the 18-year, this is it, or Knob Creek in general?
No, the 18.
Oh.
I like all Knob Creek products. I'm a Jim Beam guy. This is distilled by Jim Beam. Has a lot of the basic notes of Jim Beam, although higher end. But specifically, the Knob Creek 18-year, I will put that against anything. And it's, again, my top 3 whatever bourbon. So I just think it's a great whiskey. So anyway, yeah, let me refresh your memory.
I haven't. Yeah, so this is again. I haven't had neither one of these here in a minute. Yeah, I was gonna bring a cask strength today, and so copper and cask, copper and cask.
Copper and cask, yeah.
It was a store pick by Bevmo, and that's another good one of mine, and that is probably lower than that Blackened right there. So I need to. I like cask. Cask is where I'm at, but
And see, this is 100 proof, so it's not a cask strength. It's not super high proof. It's not a low proof. I wouldn't say. I would say anything 100 or higher is.
we want to get shot again. We could put that in old fashioned.
If I had more, I would consider it. Now, if we get back, because we're going to go to Jim Beam while we're back there, and I'm hoping to pick up another bottle of this and maybe not pay the. That's a beauty. Look at that color.
The color's great. I don't even know if I can. The runs are way high. It is a. I'll give it an 8 on the Coke cam.
By the way, Rick Welsh, we know you watch the program, and thank you for being a supporter and a follower. You had mentioned something in a comment about sponsors, advertising. Somebody would like to advertise and cover the Coke cam when we're showing the legs on a whiskey like this. We would love to have somebody on board. So, and if they're not interested in that, let me know. Sorry, don't mean to be.
Whoa!
Yeah, I don't know.
Whoa!
Apparently, that's a winner.
Twitter's blowing up. Rick, is Rick outside? What's going on?
Yeah. Wow. All I gotta do is say the name and bells start ringing. So, man,
either that or come on down to the studio. We got another seat right here. Drink a little whiskey with you. Tell some more Comcast stories. Very fruit, vanilla on the nose.
Yeah, I gotta get a.
That smell is incredible.
Just a hint on the palate, kind of get the vapors flowing. Yeah, vanilla, like not grapes, raisins.
I'm getting grape. Yeah, it's almost, yeah. And for being 100, I give that the roller coaster. The little heat bump is almost 3/4 to the end. Very soft finish though. It hits you where it needs to be, but then it lets you off smooth.
Gives you that old Kentucky hug without giving you a big squeeze. Just a little.
And 100 proof, you expect, something. You're not, if you drank this and went, oh, where'd it go?
So what do you think of my claim? I would put this in my top 3. I know our tastes are somewhat different. I know you prefer a little higher proof and you lean a little more towards the high rye, I think. But, man.
Yeah, I'll give you the top 3. That's a real decent pour, especially by itself. There's lots of flavors there. It's definitely, I'll call it poppy. That's my word for non-narrow. But yeah, I'll give it.
Kind of has those sparklers going off.
Yeah, I'll give you the top 3 all day.
I'm trying to think. Maybe at some point down the road, we'll maybe one episode we do your top 3, and another we'll do my top 3. Because my Taylor small batch, this.
Oh, so yeah. So where are we at? Do I have to have said bottle for my top 3?
Well, no, you just yeah.
So my comfort level is a little bit less than his comfort level. Do I appreciate his bottles? Every day of the week. But, yeah.
If you're one of those guys that buys whiskey and doesn't share it with your friends, you're missing, to me, kind of the point of this whole thing, man. I mean, we have a blast. We're good friends, and one common interest we have is the whiskey journey. And what a great thing that our wives are supportive and into it, and to have them tag along with us on we're traveling to Kentucky, halfway across the country, more than halfway across the country, just so we can look for whiskey. I mean, those are really good spouses. And it's just a cool thing to be able to share with a friend. You know what I mean? It's yeah, figured out.
I will caveat that whole thing you just said is I'm not expecting to spend money just on whiskey. 'Cause my wife don't buy whiskey. So she will find something that
Kentucky vodka.
oh no, I'm just saying a hat, a dress. I don't even want to.
Might want to stay away from Churchill Downs. I hear they have some pretty fabulous hats there.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. But yes, and again, I can't go back that far and not buy her something. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Well, if you don't, she'll buy it.
it's going to come home anyway. So.
Right, John? That's different. Anyway.
That is a good pour.
Yeah, find a friend, share whiskey with them, drink their whiskey.
Well, it's really the whole thing. It's going to, I don't know. We like to go to Weed, California. There's a nice dude at a liquor store down there. It's just a whole experience. I mean, and no offense to you, but I mean, when we went to NorCal a couple weekends ago, we stopped in Redding, and we hit another liquor store, and even the wife was into it. So it's not, sorry, buddy, it's not just you, but
I know.
if you have shared interest, it's fun.
Right.
It's a thing to do. Don't get me wrong, I like hunting with you too. It's just it's the whole thing. It's what we're talking about. It's the sharing.
It's more than just buying a bottle and sitting around the house and drinking it.
Correct.
That would be, I mean, better to drink good whiskey than poor whiskey, but the hunt, shared stories, finding things. Oh man, you got that? I was looking for it, whatever. Finding a special store that's got a couple of them, so you pick one up extra. Getting to know liquor store owners, honestly. Mm-hmm. The gal over on Klamath Avenue downtown here, she knows me well, and she is one that will search the back room for me, and I appreciate that. Not all of them will, so
Well, that's better than you getting kicked out because you'll go back there too.
yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to keep a little.
Not too sweet. Sorry, not too sweet. Very poppy. Lots of fruit, raisins. You kind of hit it earlier.
Toffee.
Raisins, toffee, dark fruit. That's a good pour. Yeah, top three. I'll give you the top three.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by that bottle, and maybe I shouldn't have been. It's the most I've spent on a Beam product, but damn, it's good. So.
Well, here we'll head to head this because
Yeah,
I haven't had this one in a minute either. So this one's definitely a little bit more. 122, almost 123. But yeah, I haven't had a bad one of these either. This is gonna, from what I remember, this is a little bit more fruity. It should be just. I'm hoping it's gonna be just as smooth, but we haven't had to head of this one. This is my will.
Bill got into your jelly roll over there.
This is my wheelhouse, so it should be a little bit more fruity.
Actually,
So the volume 1, this is volume 1, cast strength, and they're all a little different. Okay. So cast strength, volume 1, and gimmicky, maybe. It is a good pour, like we said earlier. But so Blackened, Live is to Die, Sanitarium, Whiplash, Orion, Creeping Death, Fade to Black. That was the set list for this volume 1.
definitely a big contrast there between the two bottles in flavor. Big contrast. Not bad. I'm getting more grain on this.
A little bit more grain and hay.
Yeah.
Uh,
It reminds me of Heaven Hill.
oh, you remember that
I do.
Las Vegas weekend?
Yes, I do.
I will give you that. I have not had that.
Coke Cam looking for advertisers and sponsors,
yeah.
just saying.
So, I'll give that a. Well, the legs are longer. But yes, I'm not even compared.
I think that's a product of the proof.
Yeah, so this
This
is
over
23 higher than yours. I would say just as smooth though.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm pleasantly surprised that this held up compared to yours.
doesn't carry the heat like you would expect for that high of a proof.
Not at all.
No, again, that's one of the few celebrity branded, whatever you want to call it, endorsed products, whiskeys that I enjoy.
That is interesting though, because I thought this is definitely my profile, and I thought it was sweet until I tasted yours. Man, they're just so different. Yeah, I'll give you that. More grainy, more hay-ish, less fruit.
Yeah, it doesn't have that the fruit pop, and I think that's Jim Beam product in general, and maybe that's why I enjoy them is they do have more of a fruit. I don't dislike the grain unless you get something like a Redwood Empire that tastes like you're chewing on a bale of hay. But some grain I enjoy, and it just adds to the difference in the product. But
Columbus, Ohio.
old Jason C's hometown.
Oh.
Yeah. If you ever watch Jason C. Mash and Drum, but a great whiskey podcast. He puts on a good show.
For the proof, I will. It's definitely smooth.
Yeah.
I don't want to say smoother than yours. It's close. Yours has a little bump, right? Three quarter.
For 100 proof, it's got a pop to it.
It does, and that's not a bad thing at all. I'm not saying that. It's just
Nose. Man, just vanilla and toffee
and I would say for the metallic, the Blackened is a little bit more ethanol right now. We are talking way more percent. Yeah, it's.
So what are you on there? The Blackened still?
I'm on. Well, yeah, I was. You can't compare. I'd say yours a little bit more darker.
A little bit, but which is surprising. Well, no, it's not because it's been aged for 18 years. So
Yeah, mine's probably 6 weeks or so. No,
I don't know what they don't put an age statement on that, do they? Doesn't look like it.
I don't think so. That is strange though, because I would say this is. Yeah.
Sweet Amber Distilling Company, Columbus, Ohio. Huh. Yeah, no age statement on there. So hard to say. And then again, with the sonic aging, I guess you would call it.
Sonic Tune.
Sonic Tune.
No.
Yeah. It's going to age differently, and I truly buy into the whole. Just like I like Jefferson's products, I like Jefferson's Ocean, and yeah, if you got a barrel that's just sitting still in a rick house and nothing affecting it outside of temperature, it's going to age one way. You got a barrel that's sitting in a rick house that's getting Metallica
on.
songs blasted at it all
Billy
day
comes
long.
in each day and rubs the barrel and tests it and gives it some love or something.
Yeah, I think Billy is your next door neighbor's next door neighbor. Anyway, that's a story for another show.
Are you sure though?
Yeah, I'm not sharing that story on this show. Anyway, but yeah, you put a barrel in a room that's getting just inundated with Metallica songs. I truly suspect that the vibrations will cause a different interaction between the fluid and the charred oak. And then same with Jefferson's Ocean. You get and Jefferson. Both of those are cool. So this one here, you can find the songs that were played by volume to help create the flavor profile. If you've never had Jefferson's Ocean, when you buy it, Jefferson's Ocean comes with a little card and it tells you about each Jefferson's Ocean has a journey number. Yeah, and you can look up that journey number and it'll tell you about where it went and what the weather conditions were. Is it gimmicky? Yeah, absolutely. But is it kind of a cool deal? Yeah, and I can't help but think
Captain O'Malley drove this boat. It's the same thing, same but different, same principle.
you're sloshing it around there. I mean, there's movement versus no movement. So I'm gonna go back to your Blackened now.
And see, that's another thing with Jefferson's. Jefferson's itself is a good bottler. I'll say that's on my top 5 Jeffersons in general. Top 5 list.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it as gimmicky as Sonic tuning? We haven't sat down with 2 different journeys. That may be some homework to do.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So yeah, let us know if
I only have one journey currently.
Because we have sat down with 2 different bottles of Blackened, and they are more different than what I would have thought from 2 of the same bottles. Put it that way. Sonically tuned different. It was more of a variety than what we had thought.
Yeah.
So yeah, that may be another show to get some different journeys going on and go from there.
All right. Well.
And I'm not calling a favorite today. I think they're 2.
Yeah, 2 very good pours.
2 recommendations for you this week. Oh, it's gone. Bill, would you get that?
Bill, come on.
Yeah. Come on, man. The thing.
He's busy over there. He got into your jelly roll drink, and he's just
That's
useless
a
now.
good drink.
Between the jelly roll and the gas station Thai food.
I'm going to give the recipe for the jelly roll again. I know it by heart. I've made several this weekend.
I know I've had several of them.
So, jelly roll is 1.5 ounces of Bourbon, whatever you want. Today was 101. 1/2 ounce amaretto, and then 3/4. So 3/4 lime or lemon juice, sorry, and then 3/4 simple syrup. Little Angostura, 2-3 drop, and then you top with your cola. And the whole thing, I get there's cola in it. The whole thing mirrors. I won't even say a Coke. If you get I'll even go the little gummy colas.
Yeah.
I'll go that far. To me, that mirrors that taste. And it's a good cocktail.
It is. It's like a lemon Coke.
All right. Yeah.
To me, I get a lot of the lemon in there too, and
Right.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's a refresher for sure.
Yeah. That being said, I don't know. I'm running out of thoughts because I'm super excited about.
Kentucky.
Let me see. Tomorrow we drive to the airport. And then we got a
Tomorrow by viewing?
by tomorrow, by the time that this posts up on the old tube, which is Thursday, Friday. Got to drive over to the airport because we got to get there the night before because our flight leaves at 5 a.m.
That's fine.
That's going to be a joy, but
It puts us in Kentucky nice and early, though.
2:30, a little after, I think, their time. But their time is my time when I'm there.
Yep.
So looking forward to it. We're going to tour Old Forester. We're going to tour Buffalo Trace and official tours. And then we're just going to...
I will come home with a bottle of Michkers that I put in the bottle.
I will as well. Yep.
That's one of my... Michkers is one of my favorite distillers. So, when you can pick your blend and put it in your own bottle, that's kind of cool.
That's a cool deal that they offer. Do that. Kind of like Maker's Mark, where you get to...
Dip your own bottle.
Yeah. You can do a deep pour and let the wax run over the label.
We are going... that's on the list as well. And so they have two I'm interested in. They have a marshmallow something, and then they have their own... I'm not going to hit the head, but a charred barrel or a double flamed, whatever. They're both out now.
Okay.
And those are two. I'm not a fan per se as foreign makers, but those two have me.
I'm gonna have to taste them first.
Well, yeah.
I'm curious to go there. If you've never gone on the internet and looked, just Google Maker's Mark and look at the grounds. I mean, it looks amazing. That's 75% of my reason for wanting to go there is to check that out because it's just a beautiful looking facility. But I used to be a big Maker's Mark fan. I don't know. I just taste has evolved over the years, and it's not very high on my list anymore. And not to say it's a bad whiskey. It's just not a good whiskey to me. That's fair to say.
How dare you, sir?
Well, I mean,
I'll agree.
it's mine. It's not my flavor.
Here we go.
profile.
So yes, that and kind of a bullet kind of mirror each other. There's a twang in there, and I don't know where that twang comes from, but yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, Bullet used to be pretty high on my list too. I actually at one time was a big fan of Bullet Rye, believe it or not. But kind of waned. I think the old Ezra 7 is the top of the rye world for me currently. That's a great bottle.
Yeah, I've got two, and my friend Liz will argue with you all day because she'll claim Angel Envy.
I haven't had it.
Yes, you have.
That's probably drunk.
Yeah, that may be your Bush's night, but
Yeah, then it definitely does not count. We don't even talk about the Bush's night now.
all right. Well, that's
When you have what we do whiskey tastings, when you get 10 people together and everybody brings a bottle, things can turn out of hand. If you've never done a whiskey tasting with friends, decide to do it, put a limit on the bottle. Because you might say, well, I'm just going to pour a little small sample out of each one. It's a great place to start, but you know what? After about 5 or 6 of those samples, they start getting a little deeper and a little deeper, and next thing you know, you're...
Well, it's kind of like Oprah. Here's whiskey for you, and here's the tasting for you, and here's what...
Well, and then you go back and you revisit. Oh, this one was really good. I'll have a little more of that.
Yeah, I like this one. Let me pour no, it was that one I
Jackass
liked.
brings a bottle of scotch, and everything just goes sideways. So, yeah, anyway, you proceed with caution. I think anymore, we try to keep it to about 6 bottles?
Well, I think one per couple is what we do.
We were doing 1 per person. We narrowed it down to 1 per couple, and I think that's a safe margin there.
We'll leave his name out, but yeah, the friend we invited that one time, I think he brought like 4 bottles. That was a bad night too.
Yes,
I don't know how many you bring. Well, thanks, man, but not that. maybe.
So which one are you going to contribute to the tasting? But of course, they all got cracked that night.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just ooh,
It was generous, so.
I haven't had that one. That looks good.
All right, folks. Well, on that note, we are, I think we're going to wrap. And next time you hear from us, we'll be on the mean streets of Louisville or somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah, we'll bring our little wireless Bluetooth microphones, and we'll set up whenever and wherever we can. We'll give you some in-depth stores, distillers, Michkers, whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Wherever we go, we might bring some stuff.
My understanding is they won't let you record the tour if you're on an official tour, but you can record at parts of it or afterwards. So we'll be filling you in, letting you know what's going on, and we will absolutely be on the lookout for the little hole-in-the-wall, out-of-the-way places, and nobody brought any of those to us, but you know what? We're giving people, we're going to give to you. So we will come back with the little
R&D, yes.
hard to find, unique, special distillers that are, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm trying to find Cletus. It's out in the backwoods with a still that his great grandpappy made. That's got the broken down 42 Ford with the 50-gallon tank in the back. Yeah, that guy. That's the guy I want to find.
We should have been researching Discovery Channel instead of researching distillers. We could have came up with that stuff. But yeah, so
All right.
thank you. Like, subscribe.
Please like, subscribe, follow us, and we will we'll be filling you in as we go along next week.
Catch you live on Kentucky.
Get you on the tube.
All right. Thanks, guys.